Hello everyone, I am Said and welcome back to my channel SciTech. In today's video, to compare the POCO F3 GT versus the iQOO 7 device. So which phone is the best to buy and why? That is what my main motive of doing this video. So by the time I'm making this video, the POCO F3 GT is not yet launched in India. So right now the pricing of the POCO F3 GT is not sure how much it can be there. So maybe it might come close to 29,000 and 30,000. So let's discuss, friends, what are the things really I did like the POCO F3 GT and what are the things I like in the iQOO 7 device. So the iQOO 7 device I'm using for the past 62 days, I think so, with this phone. So it's a really good experience using this phone, not bad at all. But still some users are really confused which phone to buy. So this video will be definitely helpful for you all in case if you are watching for the first time. So make sure to hit the subscribe and stay tuned. So let's continue with the first thing, friends. Let me clearly explain you. In case if you want the gaming triggers, then definitely you can buy the POCO F3 GT. If you're a fan of using the gaming triggers, all those things, you can buy. Otherwise, iQOO 7 has got really good performance, which has got Snapdragon 870 chipset in the iQOO 7 devices. Snapdragon 870, that's really good and really powerful. So it's kind of slightly more than the Dimensity 1200. Yes, in terms of the performance wise, I do feel the iQOO 7 is slightly the winner in terms of the performance. That is what I'm going to explain. Unless you are interested in the gaming triggers, so otherwise the performance is going to be really good in the iQOO 7. I do believe that. But let's see. Once I get hands on, I'll be able to test those kind of scenarios. So in the performance section, slightly points to the iQOO 7 device. So next, let's move to the display. In the display, which phone has got what type of advantages? In the display, the POCO F3 GT has got OLED. Is kind of slightly close to the AMOLED panel itself, but still they did mention the OLED with 1 billion colors and 120Hz, HDR10 plus certified and 500 nits of brightness. Some people they did say that the phone might be having 500 to 1300 nits of brightness, but I'm not sure at this point how much the brightness levels will be there. But iQOO 7 has got the AMOLED 120Hz, HDR10 plus 1300 nits of brightness and 6.62 inches screen, 6.67 inches of screen. So slightly, I do expect slight colors will be maybe a little bit kind of better because of OLED, slight, but you cannot expect huge difference, just a little bit of difference. That is what I'm trying to talk about. So Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and even the iQOO 7 also has got, I think, Gorilla Glass 5 protection. That's a common difference. So in terms of the display, slightly points to the POCO F3 GT, and the performance slight points for the iQOO 7 device. So I'm trying to organize each and every category, which phone is a clear winner. So you should know which phone has got what type of scores. So next, inside the body and build quality, Gorilla Glass 5 protection front and back. That's another good thing. IP53 dust and flash protection as well. That's really amazing. And pop-up gaming triggers, that's also another good advantage which you are getting. So 205 grams and 196 grams. So some people they did say that 196 grams they are not getting, they are getting about close to 200 grams and 202 grams, something around that. But overall the weight kind of close to each other. Only 9 to 10 grams of difference is there between both phones. So that's really incredible, friends. Even though the POCO F3 GT has got 200 grams, but still the phone got with the 5000 mAh of battery, as you can see, 5000. And the iQOO 7 has got 4400 mAh of battery. So slightly the battery backup might be good in this phone, in the POCO F3 GT. And you do get a 67 watt charger. That's really amazing. In case if the Indian version gets a 61 watts, that's really good. If the Indian version gets 33 watts, that's also not bad, because 33 watts takes about 50 minutes of time, 55 minutes, and 67 takes about 42 minutes of time. This kind of little bit difference, but not huge. That's the one thing which a lot of mentioning. And Wi-Fi 6, both are Wi-Fi 6. And next big difference is a loudspeaker. So the POCO F3 GT is tuned by JBL loudspeaker. That's a stereo speaker setup which is present in this phone. That's fantastic, and both phones doesn't have the 3.5mm jack. That's ultimate disadvantage, I would say. That's another thing. And regarding the camera, I need to personally test the phone. Only then I'll be able to judge it. So anyway, without using the camera, without using the phone, I won't be able to judge any phone camera as well. But depending on the specifications, one strong thing is that the POCO F3 GT might be slightly good, I think so, but Dimensity 1200 only, I'm having some doubts on this phone. Let's see in my testing whether this phone will be able to survive my extreme condition or not. That's what my really interesting thing. So final question for that answer is that, so should you buy or not? I would say definitely wait for the release, and let's see what the price will be there. Depending on the price, I'll try to make another video and then I'll try to address you all, guys. So right now the battery is advantage in the POCO F3 GT, and gaming triggers is advantage in this phone. So battery, gaming triggers is advantage, and slightly better display. That's it. So apart from this, there's nothing but advantage with the POCO F3 GT. So thank you for watching this video, friends, and see you in the next video. Until then, stay tuned for more updates. Bye.